the liquid nitrogen inside of this insulated bottle. And of course, you don't want to put it in your backpack and then spill it all away back and forth and get it all over your backpack. So to make sure it all stays in, we're gonna have some corks. And these are not that great corks, so not all of them fit. I never remember which one, and I forget to mark it if it fits. So I'll just have a go and see which of these does fit. So that's a full bottle. Let's see. Okay, so that doesn't fit. That didn't either. I'll just keep trying. I've got this hammer to make sure it sticks the cork right in. Okay, still not working.
That never came down, did it?
Consider it a donation.
Yeah,
free cork in your ceiling. Okay, so that didn't work either. It's getting bigger pops every time, but I think this probably is working. Let's see. Just to make sure there's no nitrogen in it. So I finally got the cork on, and it still didn't work. So what happened is, even though it's an insulated bottle, it's still warm. So putting in the nitrogen still made it boil away pretty quickly by touching the warm surface. And as we've shown with the balloon, making the nitrogen evaporate makes it expand a lot. And because this tube is pretty firm, doesn't break that easily, the easiest path to escape this bottle is through the cork I just hammered in. And because it's building up quite a lot of pressure, the cork gets popped out quite violently. And this is basically the same idea as a cannon. You instead of having an explosion behind it to build pressure, it's just evaporating nitrogen to build pressure. So yeah, this is probably not a good way to transport nitrogen, but we're still able to do it somehow. So
yeah, so thank you for demonstrating this, because I would still like to possibly give you some nitrogen to take home. So we should still find a cheap way to transport it. And well, Pim went wrong in a couple of ways. The first was what he just explained, that the pressure wasn't able to escape the tube. Another way where he went wrong is that the tube could hold very little nitrogen. This tube might be better because it's bigger, and more nitrogen is more better. So I'll try to fix Pim's problem here with this tube, because it's basically the same idea as just there with a tube and a cork to fit on top, except this time this cork has a couple of holes in it. So the problem where the pressure builds up and the cork jumps out should be able to be avoided by releasing the pressure through these holes. So, well, let's try it, I guess.
okay, so because this has gone pretty wrong with the previous one, he's putting on this safety equipment. So I'll just, it's visible. I'll just put in some liquid nitrogen, and let's see if this cork is able to hold it all in.
So that didn't go quite as expected. So what happened here? Well, first of all, maybe it did just work. So I'll quickly test to see if we have any nitrogen left. So I'll get out the score and then see how well our plan worked. So Pim just there wasn't able to get any nitrogen. Here we have exactly 1 drop of nitrogen. So that's an improvement. That's an improvement. But yeah, this didn't quite work out either. So why is that? Well, the reason is that we have these tubes here, which ensure that the nitrogen doesn't slosh out. But they also mean that when the pressure builds up, it's not actually the gas that's able to escape through the holes. What happens here is that the liquid is at the bottom and the gas is at the top, building up pressure, because the liquid is evaporating into gas. And so the gas pushes down the liquid, and it pushes it down through these holes, where it is able to come up and shoot out through the tube. So that's what happened here. So this solution doesn't work either. But we still got this liquid nitrogen all the way from Leiden to here. So how did we transport it? Well, that's actually a pretty simple solution. And the simple solution is that we didn't actually have any cork on our metaphorical bottle. So the bottles we use aren't actually quite bottles. They're these transportation vessels. And